You
Yeah.
hate to see it. That's such a tough way to go down, especially when you want to when you're looking to take a set off Loki, which is a really established team. They're actually the one seed in this tournament, so they're seeded pretty high. So you would have loved to see that if you're Ink Alpha. But anyways, getting into the current set we're watching,
Ooh,
we
there's
have
a roller.
yeah. So that's really interesting. That's gonna be they're gonna be looking to play Splashdown a lot. They have a Splashdown with the Tetras on a Polaris side as well, and already it's two picks,
Down.
three down. It's a 2v1. The Tetra's
Oh,
gonna
the
be looking
Tetra is
to.
really
So the Tetris is just trying to defend his own zone right now, but the rollers Ninja Squid. That is the Ninja Squid right there. So even I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was swimming away, and he said, "Hello, I'm here." Surprise. So a really strong opening from Knights of Queen here, as the Hydra went down as well. So now two dropping here on the left side. Player was not able to get assisted, but the roller coming in with a huge double kill. It's a 2v2 now, as Hydra is able to take care of business. But that double kill is really huge, as now there's I'm just gonna say Pancake. I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak Dutch. But Pancake pushing up really aggressively with this, was really aggressive. He drops in the zone as the hammer is able to take him out. It's a 2v2 again, but this is kind of in the favor of Polaris because they're a bit quicker.
pushed.
Yeah, that's a crush. It doesn't say squish anymore. That's lame.
I know. Anyway, something that I would like to point about the Tetra build. Oh, beautiful movement there from the Tetra. He's running enough damage up, so it's almost instead of a 4-shot. So, oh my goodness!
Wow, spotting the beacon just sees it as like, hey, maybe they're jumping, and they sure were. Maybe he saw the jump. But yeah, finally Polaris able to get the zone there. Yeah, that damage up can come in handy in a lot of situations, especially if anyone gets touched by like maybe a straight shot from the Pro or the Hydra. Really make a lot of difference. But the roller gonna drop down, looking for 2 with that splash now. Not able to get it just yet, but he's still alive. He's gonna have to wait that out a bit. It's a 2v2 situation.
Ooh,
nice. The Hydra with a beautiful shot on the hammer.
Well, point the Hydra having the 1v1. Hydra does do more damage, and he is able to take the ball points out.
Yeah, and if you notice that the Tetris was also coming from the right side and was about to jump on that ball point, so even if he didn't get that pick right there, that was about to be a good situation for players. But the Pro finding the hit on the Hydra before his teammates able to help. But it's only the ball point up once again, so Knights of Queen, after a strong opening, kind of going down. They're kind of trickling in a lot. You see that flank on the left? I'm not sure if they were able to deal with it. It looks like they were. That Pro goes down, and now Clown pushing up. This is going to be another, again, just the ballpin alive. So the ballpin's able to stay alive, but his teammates are going down before they can get anything off it. And now Polaris has all this map control to push up with.
Right now, what you're probably gonna see is Knights of Queens trying to build their specials, trying to be able to find a pushback in. The Tetra goes for Splash Jump. I guess he somehow trades with the roller. At least we're with the roller and the Splash Jump there. That is not easy to do as a roller. Right now, the Tetra roller does have hammer, but they have to go right now. Player has to win the 1v1 against Ellis, and Ellis is able to get the better positioning and the better movement there. 3 down for Knights of Queens, and I think right there, I think that's your map right there.
Yeah, we see the roller back there, but he does not have an avenue of approach. He gets shut down really quickly, and man, a really strong opening for Knights of Queen, but Polaris able to bounce back and really they were getting so many picks. They were just I can't quite say what they were doing right. Maybe just kind of like, I think they were double teaming really effectively. The Hydra doing really well with his range. They didn't really have a good way of getting to the Hydra a lot of the time. So they really found so many picks until they were able to get like kind of that wipe and just really push up and get all that map control they needed to lock them out.
Definitely. Something to note from now on in the winners bracket side, these sets are going to be best of 5, no longer best of 3. So there's a little bit more leeway. So it's not just like we're down 1 game. It's like we have to like try our best no matter what now to make sure we do not lose. So now there's a little bit more leeway. You can kind of feel yourself out a little bit, make a little bit of adjustments, be able to experiment a little bit more. So these teams should feel a little bit more comfortable. It's not the end of the world if you lose 1 game. There's always, Knights of Queen had a very, very good opening there that game. So
Yeah,
I think it's just being Piranha Pit there.
This is the map mode that maybe can favor Knights of Queen, possibly. I'm not sure how well roller plays here, but there are a lot of like short range avenues you can kind of take with roller that I think could be really beneficial.
Yeah, I think roller can exist in the little street, like pretty well. It can camp people that are gonna drop down.
I think what's always really interesting on this map, um, is how these teams utilize flanks, like with
Yes.
both the left and right side. Um, because I feel like a lot of the time, whichever team can utilize flanks to like their fullest advantage, usually comes out on top.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm not sure if you have any insight on like what are some really effective strategies or like how you really want to go about doing that here.
Um. Obviously, people know about you have to climb up the wall, go to a certain spot, jump off that spot so you can't be seen on the right flank on each team side, respectively. Um. Another thing, it's also a very good tactic just to sit up in that little cubby area and just kind of bait people to you. I think that's what you're going to probably see the Hydra doing a lot this game, as Hydra is very, very strong on greats. We do see the light Tetras, so I like that pick a lot more in Rainmaker just for the fact that they have Bomb Rush, and Bomb Rush is very good at popping. For
Yeah,
repop,
although Splashdown is too, but I think Bomb Rush can just shut down things a lot more often. You see the pro kind of going for a flank on this right side already, as no picks yet in this early going. Kind of the other team's playing neutral. Pro's gonna be forced to back up because it looks like his team is getting backed up.
he's trying to see if he can find an easy assassination. However, Centerfold does go down, and he is able to help a little bit too late. He is able to trade with the Hydra. Is that? Oh no, it's not the no Hydra. I was about to scream, but okay. I didn't see the stick when he got it. The Bomber is gonna come out here trying to counter the Tentacle shield. That's actually a pretty wise use of it. Forcing the Tentacle back.
Yeah, I really gonna pick up the roller. The hammer is able to take out the hammer, or the hammer is able to take out the Rainmaker to 2. But this huge flank from Orion, the Tetras, coming out. Ellis is also pushed up, so now that's gonna let them maintain a lot of control as they take out the backline. They take out the tent. Those are their 2 really main ways of stalling this push. And now Polaris has, oh my god, Orion go off. He's going for that heavy again. If you see behind him, the heavy gets taken down by Orion. The roller is able to stop the push, and that's really huge because when you have someone behind like that, you really just need to take care of the objective.
I find okay. Someone told me a couple days ago that they were trying to learn Tetris, and they had a friend on Polaris that was really good at Tetris. I think I found that really good Tetris on this team.
Oh, he gets taken out right.
Nice shots.
Down. So good shots by Clown as he's going to be out for this left flank here. He sees someone below him, but
the juice.
They get the kill. They get the kill. And that's 2 down on Polaris' side. The Tetris also go down. It's 3 down. So this is really huge for Knights of Queen. The feed froze for me. I don't know if you can see it.
It froze for me also.
Oh no, we have lost visuals.
What I'm guessing that was happening right now is I am guessing they're pushing. If I had to guess, maybe the Hydra stopped it. I'm not sure. I can't tell.
We left off at 313. Polaris pushed to 39, and then Knights of Queen got 3 down. Looked like they were about to push a Rainmaker. So, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure right now, like those old Goosebumps books. Let's kind of like paint our own path, you know. So let's make up. Let's kind of. What do you think's happening, Ross? Well, what do you?
I think the Hydra's killing everything.
Oh, you think the Hydra? You think the Hydra stood back and was like, "I'm just use my range and stop you guys push before you even start."
I think what's happened was they tried to use the Tenor shield to push. I think the Caper got behind them, bombed it. I think that Rainmaker didn't die to it. And I think the Hydra was able to share the shield and get the kill.
Okay, we have a new feed, I believe. Let me load in. Yeah, we just check your ping. Oh, I think I have visual. Oh my god, the Rainmaker's at 40. They're 1 point behind the lead, but Polaris has the Rainmaker now. So, So Knights of Queen was 1 point behind for taking the lead, but look, Polaris is built on their lead. They just pushed up, solo pushed the Rainmaker. They're all the way up to 28. Knights of Queen is gonna get that Rainmaker out of there. But man, that has to be heartbreaking. Getting a great push, but
feed
1 point.
Oh, the Tetras.
Oh, the Tetras. That's kind of the theme of this game, huh?
After I come in, I said the Tetras got a kill. Just to quick check, what's your in-game timeout right now?
1 to 20.
Okay, cool.
All right, we're good. All right, so
I don't know what happened.
Polaris has 3 down right now. I'm just going off what we see. Polaris is back in map control with about to be a minute remaining in the game. Nexus Queen is probably heartbroken because they were losing by 1 point. And now Polaris has all the map control, all the stuff. We see the roller sharking. This is a great shot. Oh, but the 96, they like kind of split up, but he does get the 96. Okay. As the Rangers they've lost sight of the objective.
Who knows?
They were so focused on that flank and everything going on there.
Oh, the heavy gets 3 though.
Yeah, that's really huge. That's going to be their chance to get map control, which they're going to need before they even think about pushing to 8. They really need to take this one step at a time. They can't get too antsy or overextend too much. They're kind of doing that with them. Solo pushes, 9-6 pushing up the Rainmaker here, and they're essentially able to come through and help them out. And that's 3 down on Nexus Queen's side. The Heavy's going to try to jump down. He's going for some last-ditch plays right now. This is kind of like the end of the road for Nexus Queen here, I believe. At least in this game, it's still a best of 5. So
yeah, they're not even gonna pop the Rainmaker.
They'll be down 0-2. It's not the end of the world for them. They still have a chance.
That push happen. I wish I could have seen that push happen. But...
It would have been really nice because there was something clutch happening to stop that Rainmaker with 1 point left. But in the end, it didn't matter. Polaris was able to push all the way to that 8-point mark, and we never really sniffed that. Orion, the Tetris, going off with a nice 17 peak. We saw so much, like just really good flanking ability. He chose really good opportunities to both flank and back up. Like he never really did too much. He wasn't forcing anything, but also he just helped his teammates a lot of the time. He's able to use his Tetris to move around the map and just get to his teammates when they need him. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, going into game 3 here on Tower Control and Chovy Games. This is a very interesting map.
This map is...
Give me your take on it. Let me see what you think.
Well, the most I've ever played it is honestly it's solo queue, but it just feels like whatever team can get a firm control of the plat, like the enemy team's plat and the enemy team's office, can pretty much steamroll a push to victory, in my opinion. I think if once pushes get going, it's very hard to stop. Without a heroic clutch play, without almost perfect special use, without the enemy overextending, which is pretty hard to do on this map because there's just so much room for the enemy to just sit in, like towards the middle of the map and stuff. So
yeah,
this map is just the definition of a swing map.
I think being able to use specials effectively, especially in that neutral kind of middle of the map game, I think if you're able to use specials to both get in and you know kind of gauge your pushes going, I think that's a very important skill to have here. But it's just a lot of timing. Like you really need to know like what your team wants to do and have that timing to like you know push in and make things happen.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't really afford to like go in without your teammate at any time or like make the wrong choice. But yeah, the Luna coming out, I think he's going to be looking to play the corners a lot here. Kind of maybe play around those fans, things of that nature. I know this is a very comfortable choice for Cloud. I've seen, or not even Cloud. It's not even Cloud on the Luna.
It's Ellis on the Luna.
It's Ellis on the Luna, yeah. So that's what I expect. Ryan already going down, maybe getting a little too saucy there, but the Heavy's going to go down as well. So a 3-3 situation. Polaris taking it very slow, waiting for that armor, and they are able to get it. So now they're going to push up with no fear, finding the kill on the roller, finding the kill on the 96, as now they have the objective in their hand. They're going.
Right now, this is what you wanted to see, obviously. You really want to see the Tetris and the 96 push up onto the plat and be able to control the plat by themselves. The Hydra is positioned on tower, so he is able to threaten the top part of the plat, where you see the cape is right now. A beautiful direct.
Yeah, like I said, playing around these fans can be really effective with the Luna. Now he has this baller ready to, that could really extend this push here. Could really put a lot of pressure, because there's not a lot of avenue to run away from a baller here, as we see. Yeah, wow, that's just a Mega Brain curling bomb there. That's going to shut down the push, because that's 3 down, only the Hydra remaining. Only a push to 50, not that large at all. They didn't really get past the first checkpoint. So, or my bad, the second checkpoint.
Yeah, that was the second checkpoint. The roller getting 2. Yeah, unfortunately, does go down to 96, and somehow, some way, I think everyone else died in the middle of the map somehow.
I believe it was either the Hydra or the 96 putting in a lot of work there. Obviously, Hydra having so much range on this map, which can be really effective at points. If you haven't noticed, these Polaris is running double armor right now, which can really benefit the offensive play of like that Luna and that 96 and Tetris pushing in.
They're running it every game.
Oh yeah, they haven't they?
I honestly don't even think Hydra is special because it's Hydra. Like, being honest, I always forget Hydra's so special. So.
And that Blue Bomb's gonna force the Hydra to fall down there right in front of that roller, who's able to get a pick. 3 picks coming down there, and they still have all their members up, so that's gonna get them past the first checkpoint for sure. Hopefully they get to the second checkpoint. We see the Blue Bomb gonna come out while that tower approaches.
That's definitely lead. I don't think anyone can ever start. No,
Clown is right there to tell you otherwise, but it is gonna be lead anyway. The Heavy doing a really good job of staying alive and also finding the pick on the 90s or the Tetris there. He's just holding the play right now. He's jumping to him, and this is still an opportunity for offense. The roller going in alone though, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous game, and it doesn't work out.
Oh no! Oh, nice trade.
Yeah, that was kind of the best case scenario when he popped that Booyah Bomb. But look at the pro. What are you doing all the way up here, buddy? Orion says, "No, you're playing. You got too much. You got too much dip on your chip."
Orion right now going in the middle of the map. He does get the armor. He can't the jump. He is successfully able to camp the jump with the assisting of his teammates. There must be someone behind him. I think it's the roller that's behind him.
Wow, they are playing so... Knights of Queen is playing so offensive. We're seeing these players push up alone a lot, like getting behind them, and it's working out. Now the roller going to shark a bit, use his current bomb to get some paint down. And he's just playing the corner right now. Finds the opportunity to push up on the Hydra. Now sees the 96, or yeah, the Hydra, my bad. And that's 2 down off the work of the roller. So 3 down now. And this is a really good chance to get past the second checkpoint, but the Luna coming out. Ah! They're able to get past it.
Well, their lead is currently extending right now. However, it is a 2-50 trade, and with Polaris having spawn advantage, they will be able to successfully stop this push. However, the middle of the map is still painted in all of Knights of Queen's color.
Yeah, it looks like Polaris being very patient to get back into the map. They know they don't have that much time left, so if they misstep, that will be a really long way to get back to getting the lead. But Clown trying to find a kill on the Heavy. Heavy's able to outmaneuver him and back up wisely, but does not live. The Hydra has so much range, ladies and gentlemen.
He's going for a follow-up shot on that guy?
Yeah, something. He was using the full extent of his...
Where's the roller? That's all players asking. Where is the roller?
I mean, they're painting everywhere right now. I'm not sure if the roller is really in a place right now.
He's down. Yeah. The roller went down. I think this is this is definitely.
Oh yeah, the pros their last chance, but they're not able to do it. And wow, the tide turned so fast there. That was just such a crazy push, like with their backs against the walls.
Oh my goodness.
That's how you take a set 3-0. You do not back down in the face of defeat. That crazy kill from the Hydra to take out the back line was such a turning point, because when you don't have that back line in that situation, they probably lost the Booyah Bomb there. They lost a lot of paint. Just so much happened at that